game is not over until it is over, as they're only down by 2 points. I want to give a quick shout out to Misericordia coach Robert Wingert. Taught me everything I know on the broadcast. If you need a partner for the Final Fours, hit my line. You know where to find me.
Love it. Make those connections. Got to network.
Always networking. Always networking. You know me, Kev.
Well, here. Set Stahl off the block.
Michael Stahl.
And Michael Stahl finishes out the point for the Kingsmen.
Michael Stahl absolutely Hawk Tua's on that thing.
Yeah.
Uses the block to his advantage.
Yes, he does. Wallace with the pass, backside set, and almost off the hands of us there.
Yeah, ball nearly comes in our faces. Pause. Yeah, Stahl absolutely gets up. Just got a little bit of a height advantage over Brown, and I think he used that to his advantage. Got to contact the ball first.
So we just saw Ben Weber with a jump serve there. We haven't seen that all season. We've only seen his float serve, and I was going to see if you knew what was the case.
So I have some of the insider scoop. It's actually my roommate, lives right above me. He told me that as he's getting older, he's getting up there in age. He's a graduate student. His knees are starting to bug him a little bit, and the constant wear and tear of always jump serving's been bugging him a little bit. So
yeah,
he broke out the float serve. It's something that's going to happen to all of us. I remember that happened to me about when I turned 19, but you know, I do jump a little bit higher than Ben, so it's understandable. It's this perfect set.
Gonzalez, little matrix play there, ducking down and letting that ball go out of bounds.
Kingsman bench let them know they got lotion on it as that swing is going just wide.
Weber sends it over. Who will he go to? Probably Bianchi. Again, down the line for a kill. That was 4 sets in a row for Bianchi on the same play right there.
Bianchi channeling his inner LeBron James as he goes up and dunks that ball down in the court. Boop, 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 boop.
And in 2020, set there by Pearson. Over to Bianchi, and he gets the kill.
Bianchi goes over the top of the block and down for a kill. I know we're definitely glazing Bianchi a little bit, but ABCA Honorable Mention Player of the Year, he deserves it, friends and family. Looks like we got a little bit of a wet spot, maybe a little bit of flour or sugar or something on the court. Can't really tell from this angle, but Weber getting the towel.
Did you say flour?
Looked like something, some sort of little white substance on the court.
Oh, that's not good.
I couldn't really tell.
Never want that.
Yeah, right after a side switch, too. You never know.
Never know. Here we go. Well, and now Cooper has something to say to the Gauchos there.
Cooper fired up, going up, using that block to his advantage. As I mentioned, Cooper always in the gym, working on his game, deepening his bag. He's in the gym so often working on his game, he doesn't have time to do his dishes at home. Got a shout out. Brady Gonzalez had about 70 touches that rally. Epic save, epic dig down the line. Then he had a great set to keep that rally going. Gonzalez's game really reminds me of another libero from the University of Nebraska, Lexi Rodriguez. They absolutely fiery game. Both of those two players, they're about the same height too, I'm pretty sure.
Well, really, it's, of course, Weber, for some reason, showed up at our alumni game at Dana Hills.
Weber, he's a tricky fella. Math majors.
Yeah, these math majors, man.
Who goes
tied up at 18 here.
Oh, 8 room.
That one gets sent back.
As that ball's cushion goes out of bounds. Shout out former middle blocker for the Kingsmen and another national championship winning player, Noah Rigo. He taught Boris Horyuk everything he knows.
Oh, of course. Noah Rigo, what a great... Michael Stahl in the hands again.
Ice in his veins as he makes that serve out of the timeout.
Right. Gonzalez with almost a dig there, but too hot to handle from Ben Court.
Wore that swing like a cashmere sweater. He might have a sneaky suspicion that something's up. My high school career, I actually set a state record. I had 10,000 kills in 1 year.
Wow.
I'm lying. I don't know why I said that, folks.
For a second, I almost believed you there. I was like, why didn't I hear about you?
Could have gone D1, but thought that Cal Lutheran was a little bit more my speed.
Yeah, me too.
Be unfair for us to be playing at a Division I level.
Yeah, I feel that too.
Serve just barely out of bounds. Somebody in the crowd yelled that that guy looks like Squidward's house. I personally do not see it. He looks more like a volleyball player.
Good save there, Riker.
Thank you. I was going to say handsome Squidward.
Yeah, good. We'll leave it at that.
Well, I thought against it. My parents are listening into this. Don't want them getting any crazy ideas.
Let's make him proud here. And Bianchi swings into the bottom tape and gets the kill. Doesn't get the kill. What am I saying?
If we were playing on a junior's net, that one would have been quite the swing.
Yeah.
But unfortunately,
if we were playing on a woman's net, yes. To serve. And off the hands of Berg.
Michael Stahl absolutely detonates on that ball. Something I find really interesting, Kevin, is the pre-game routines of players. Specifically, what's something they like to do, like what they have to eat before matches. And I know Michael Stahl is a big fan of our on-campus restaurant, The Habits. He was eating some of that earlier today. Michael Stahl, that guy loves burger. He's barely out of bounds. Michael Stahl using and abusing the block to his advantage. Got a little bit of a sunburnt, it looks like, on his arms. Intrusive thoughts. Sorry, folks.
Farmer's tan.
Farmer's tan, yeah. Pretty bad.
That ball coming, and of course, Horyuk got his right shoulder on the inside of the outside's right shoulder.
To quote Boris Horyuk, I hit ball, I block ball. And, folks, he's been doing that all night.
Here's Stahl again, takes a rip.
Division III does not have a challenge system, so CLU does not have a challenge system as Jordan Cooper, definitely an intentional shot, drops one short right in front of the passer. Folks, I think he spatched that ball. I think that was a missed contact for sure. There's a little bit of a funky noise coming off of his hands.
Over there, so go check out the CLU Lutheran
I might have to swing over
campus
here
store.
As Mr. Howie comes up to us with some candy for us. Announcers, shout out to Sean Howie.
Hey! Gotta love it.
Come to the arenas, guys. Mr. Howie has got candy for you CLU students.
Packed a thing of Twizzlers right here. What did you get, Riker?
Some Twizzlers too.
Like to keep it simple. Sometimes he's got some really good stuff.
I normally go for the Laffy Taffy, personally.
Oh, yeah. Well, here we go. George Bruning.
The kill! Michael Stahl sneaks one through the block to take that second set for the Kingsmen. And the Kingsmen bench and stands are fired up right now. Got me and Kevin Lynch on the scoring table jumping up and down. Oh, my goodness. I just dapped up Max Chen, freshman all-star libero.
Can definitely come back into this one.
A little bit of a sweat incident on the court as we're cleaning up.
I love that you see everything on the court, Riker. When it comes to just the spots on the court to the actual gameplay, you've got it all.
Yeah, let me tell you, Kevin Lynch, 4 years of Kingsman volleyball, watching from the bench, you get pretty good at it.
Of course.
Matt.
Outside to Stahl, possibly off the hands. It doesn't go.
Very, very close, but I do believe that is a correct call by the officials. Looked like it just missed the hands of the Gauchos blockers by just about a couple inches, which is a lot. Too much, some would say.
Well, here's Gonzalez with the pass.
It's only his third start with the Kingsmen this year, and he is showing out in his debut.
Well, more than 3 starts, of course. He's played. Yeah, he's played in the tournament over last break.
So let's do some quick math here.
That's on you, Riker. We'll see what you got there.
And,
but
I took Algebra 2 twice in high school. Only class I failed. At a 4.5 GPA, I got a F, 36% in Algebra 2 trig, Kevin.
Well, some simple math doesn't have anything to do with Algebra 2, Riker. I think that one might have just been on you.
Damn.
Here's Cooper. That one out of bounds.
Close.
It was pretty close.
If we were playing basketball court lines, that would have been an ace. But unfortunately not.
That is a lot of court to play volleyball on. I don't know if that would be the most sane thing to do. Ben Court here to serve. That one out of bounds.
Court serve does not find the court.
Ha, good one.
Thank you, Kevin. I wrote that down over a week ago, and I've been excited to use it since. Some extra height out of the middle.
Right. Good eye there by Weber. The Kingsmen are not out of this one yet.
Veteran play by Weber, tracking that ball out of bounds. Weber, a graduate student, this is his 5th year part of the team. Most people that go to school for that long are called doctors, but Weber's just a lowly math major as the Gauchos send one into the net.